Hi everybody. I haven't done a video in a little while, so I thought I would do one today on how we keep our kids healthy in our house and what are our tricks and what do we use. The first, probably most important thing that there is to keeping kids healthy is controlling their diet and making them eat healthy. I know it's kind of a touchy subject for a lot of people. It's very, very hard, probably the hardest thing that you can do with children, but they need to eat healthy and they need you to kind of be tough about it. You can't get kids to eat scrambled eggs for breakfast when there's sugary, simple carb cereal in the cabinet. Don't buy the junk. Give them fruits and vegetables all day long. Vegetables cooked and raw. That'll help keep their guts nice and healthy. They will come around to eating vegetables. Yes, there will be tears and tantrums. They'll get over it. I promise you. It works. So that's the first thing. Second thing is both of our kids have one of these every day. The first one is a probiotic. They each swallow one of these with breakfast every day. I know it seems crazy to give kids pills that they can swallow, but look at how tiny this is. It's so little. Even my 3-year-old on her very first try just put it in her mouth, swallowed it, no problems. She doesn't even, it's so small she doesn't even need to have a drink with it or anything like that. She's, it's a piece of cake now for both of them. It's also good to have them practice on something so small so that down the road they can take bigger pills and not be crazy about it like I am. Growing up, they can't take pills easily. This is the other one. It's just a multivitamin. This is the Shaklee Incredivites. It's a really great multivitamin for kids. It doesn't have all the artificial colors and flavors and fillers and junk and stuff that some of the ones in the grocery store do. So this is a great vitamin for all kids, kind of all ages. The other thing that I do, which is not necessarily every day, but as much as I can remember and as often as I can, I give them teaspoons of raw local honey. If you're local, I just picked this up today from Captain Porky's next to Shanty. If you're not and you don't know where to get it, most farmers markets and specialty shops and stuff like that, just call around, throw it up on Facebook. Who knows where I can get raw local honey? The raw is important because all the good stuff isn't cooked out of it. The kind of that you get like out of the little bear in the grocery store doesn't have the same goodness magic inside of it that this stuff does. It's a great natural antibiotic. It's also great for people with allergies. That's why the local part is important. It comes from the flowers and the plants and from the pollen that is local to your area, the things that you're allergic to. Granted, you need to take it in the beginning of the season, kind of before allergy season starts, and take it regularly, but it's great for allergies. Like I said, it's a natural antibiotic, and it's also really good for sore throats and coughs. So if you have a really bad cough, taking a teaspoon of honey really helps coat and calm the throat and give you a little bit of relief. So I always have this on hand. I use it for making my tea and things like that. You could also make just like warm lemon water for your kids if they're sick. So I always have this, and I give it to them as often as I can remember giving it to them. And they love it, so there's no problem taking it. The next thing is kind of my alternative or replacement for Gatorade or Pedialyte. This is the Shaklee Performance drink. It's an electrolyte drink, just like the other ones, except for it doesn't have all the junk in it. Again, it's more, that's always my biggest concern, is all of the artificial colors, flavors, and chemicals and stuff that we don't need out of the other products. So if they get the stomach bug and are throwing up or anything like that, this is kind of replaces everything that they're losing. It also actually can be used like you'd use Gatorade if you're working out, or when my husband goes and plays basketball or something like that. It's great for before, during, and after exercise as well. And then the last thing is mostly for me. It's not necessarily designed for kids, but I have it on hand for when my kids are sick, or if I do get exposed to something like at work, or if I feel like I've got something kind of coming on, like when you can kind of feel the beginning of a cold, take this right away. They're just like these big tablets that you just drop into a glass of water, and it, fizzes, and then once it's dissolved, you drink it, and it's got a ton of vitamin C in it. It's just kind of a natural, like, immunity little booster to hopefully prevent you from getting sick or kind of stopping whatever you have in its tracks. It's kind of yummy, citrus flavor. But yeah, that's something I just kind of always have on hand for me. So that is kind of our arsenal of defense for this time of year, cold and flu season. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. I also leave links in the comments in case you wanted to look at any of these and look at the prices and stuff. I feel totally prepared this season for cold and flu season. The only thing that I don't have to show you or have on hand yet is bone broth, which is great for keeping your guts healthy, and a great thing to have in the fridge or in the freezer for when someone does get a stomach bug. Probably the healthiest thing that you can have. If you don't know how to make bone broth, just Google it and look it up. It's so easy. It's a piece of cake, and it's way better than anything you'd find out of a can at the grocery store. Okay, thanks. Hope you guys all stay healthy.